Hello Geminis, welcome to my channel. Let me just fix things up here a little bit. My camera's a little bit off. My door is open. You know what, guys? I feel great, but it's a little bit in a sense of a hot mess great. Okay. We're ready. Sorry about that. Geminis. To be honest with you, a lot of what I'm feeling right now is a little bit of what you guys are either going through currently or about to be going through. The way I like to do my readings is I like to do a pre-pulled spread. I like to meditate on them, and then get messages and so on and so forth. Truth be told, the second I got into your guys' meditation, I started to cry my eyes out. Right now, there's a lot of planetary things going on. And I wrote a bunch of them down. So if you see me playing with my phone, it's because I'm trying to pull up my notes because I was getting a bunch of downloads. And I was making sure that I got as many as I could. I know I missed a few, and I'm sure they'll come up during the reading. Just really quickly, this is a collective reading for the sign of Gemini. It cannot and will not resonate with everyone. Check your sun, moon, and rising if it doesn't resonate. And if it does, great. If you'd like to hit the like, share, and subscribe button, it would really help out my channel. Okay, guys. Right now, Venus is in Gemini's 8th house. With this week, with where the planets are and the transits that are going on, there is going to be a lot of shakeup in your house, which makes a lot of sense because at the bottom of the deck you have change, and behind that you have chaos. Change and chaos. There's a lot going on in your guys' relationships. There are relationships that are going to be falling apart. There are relationships that are going to be coming together. There are relationships that are going to shift dynamics, right? With the 1111 portal, and again, where the planets are, there's a lot of karma being released. So there's a lot of things that I'm almost hearing like cycles. Cycles are done. And so relationships where there was still karma, where there was almost like a time limit, those are coming to a close and they are being released. And you're going to feel that sensation of release. You're going to feel that sensation of release and surrender. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes in your guys' relationships. And I feel like there might be some tower moments. I'm feeling a lot of like heartbreak, a lot of, not necessarily heartbreak. It's the sense of an ending. It's a sense of an ending, right? And whether you actually see something in person, whether you hear something in person, whether you get told something, I almost feel like for the most of you, this is a release that's going to be in the soul. It's going to be a release of the actual energy of the karma that you guys actually were able to release, and you guys were able to pay this karma off in this lifetime, right? So it's a sense of ending something, even if the situation, whatever it was, either was it a job, person, place, relationship, whether it's been over for a while, the final release is here for you guys. And there's going to be a lot of releasing emotionally, a lot of energy releasing. Make sure you guys are taking the time to love your guys' selves a little bit harder. And also, like I said, there could be relationships coming together. But again, it's gonna be huge dynamics. These are not like minor shifts like oh, I pain in my nails. No, these are like major emotional shifts that are happening. And this week, there's going to be a focus on keeping you in your heart space. And so that's why it's going to feel also a lot heavier, a lot stronger, because you are going to be in your heart space and you are going to be feeling everything. Make sure that you are not attempting to not feel things and close yourselves off emotionally. Close yourselves off to not feeling the pain, or not feeling whatever it is that you're feeling. If you're feeling overwhelmed with whatever emotions you're going through, make sure you're going through them and not avoiding them. And honestly, for a lot of you guys, I'm feeling a sigh of freedom, a sigh of relief, a sigh of finally, it's here. I feel for a lot of you guys have been waiting for this. You guys have been wanting this. You guys have been praying for this. You guys have been working at this. You guys have been doing the shadow work, thinking that you were doing something wrong. All you wanted was freedom from this pull, this tug and pull that you guys were feeling, and not knowing clearly where to go, what to do, what it was exactly that you couldn't figure out. And little did you know that it was a cycle, and there was basically almost a contractual of time, almost like you were at a shitty, and this could be a situation for somebody. It was like you were at a shitty job and you just wanted to leave there. You wanted to go find a better job, but they were like, you have 2 months left on your or you have 6 months left on your contract. If you leave, we'll sue you. So you had to stay there, miserable, knowing that by the second that you're able to leave this position, this job, you're able to go and go to your dream job. Know that you have abundance, and maybe you want to start, I don't know, a knitting business. And it's the one thing that makes you the happiest, right? But you could not get out of this and you had no idea why. And now is the time. The time is now. The time is happening now, and you're going to feel a freedom. Sorry, guys. I'm trying not to get emotional. I cried throughout my whole meditation, so I might not make it. And truth be told, I did a year of tarot on YouTube, and I never cried. I came close, but I never did. You guys might be popping my crying cherry today. There's gonna be a sense of freedom, a freedom of finally being able to spread your wings. It was almost like you were in this chrysalis, but you were in it. You were surrounded by, let's just say glass, right? Underneath you, next to you, you could not. And there was a timer that was going, and there was a timer or a clock, however you want to put it. I just keep seeing. And you guys had grown, and you guys grew, and you guys grew, and you guys grew, and it was starting to get uncomfortable. You guys felt like you didn't fit anymore. You had outgrown your little chrysalis sack. You guys are like, I'm ready. Please let me out. And they're like, no, it's not time yet. For you, it might be time. For you, you might have been ready, but it was not time, and you still needed to fulfill your contract or fulfill whatever it was that you needed to fulfill to be able to release this karma. And it is now coming. And you guys are going to break that chrysalis open and just stretch and expand and be able to soar. Just straight up, you guys aren't even going to take the time to just like, oh yeah, I was just reborn. No, you guys are going to soar. There's going to be a feeling of just freedom. You guys are going to feel like yourselves again. You guys are going to feel your authentic selves. You're going to be able to see things clearly. You're going to be able to feel your own emotions, because remember, when you're dealing with karmic relationships and where you're dealing with situations where there's a lot of emotion, there's always mirroring feelings, mirroring emotions. So a lot of times you were feeling things that weren't even yours to feel, right? Not understanding that it wasn't yours. And so there was a lot of times where you guys were carrying more of the load than you should have been. And I'm also getting the message that with this Pegasus is there waiting for you to take you up to another level of consciousness. And this is exactly what you've been waiting for. This is exactly what you've been waiting for. Um, and then coming not only to the realization, but again, like I said, the surrendering, the acceptance of what is, the acceptance of whatever you see in front of you is what is. Whether some situations fall apart and um in your movie they fall apart and they call scene and you say, hey, thank you so much for doing your part, thank you so much for knowing your lines, thank you so much for playing whatever role you played in my life so perfectly. I appreciate it, thank you so much. This scene is over though, you've got to exit right. You might be in the story later in my life, you might not be, I don't know. But either this person is exiting right or there is somebody that's, coming in left. I mean, whatever the situation is for you guys, it doesn't matter. The scene is over. The release is now you're able to sit down and take a break and relax and release all of the hurt, the pain, the past, everything. Release all of that karma. And you guys have been trying to do this for a really long time. And I feel like it's almost had become painful. It had become painful and uncomfortable for you guys. But you guys are coming to accept whatever the situation is that is happening, whether it be that somebody does leave your life and you guys were expecting them to not leave your life, or whether it be that somebody is coming into your life. There is an acceptance here and a surrendering of what is. I don't feel like the issue was so much of, I'm getting that for some of you, it was an issue of surrendering what was not. And there was also an issue of not knowing what to surrender to, not knowing exactly what path to take. And so once you get this freedom, because you guys are, there are changes coming in, there are things that are happening, there are releases, there's a big shift and shuffle. And again, like I said, this could be for a lot of you guys, this could be in the 3D or this could be internally, shifts that are just happening internally. And once you release all that energy and all that karma and release all of that those things that you were holding in, you're going to be able to see clearly what exactly it is that is in your way, whether it be yourself, whether it be another person. But to be honest with you, with Gemini or with Venus in your eighth house, it's about relationships, whether it be romantic relationships, friendships, what any kind of relationship. Shit, you could have a relationship with your baker, and maybe tomorrow they quit. I don't know. Um, you guys are accepting. You guys are accepting. And even though it is going to be with all this blue, I am getting a feeling of sadness, of heaviness, of melancholy. There is going to be some tears. I don't feel like it's going to be something extraordinary. I feel like this is an ending process that you guys have been going through for a while. So it's almost um it's more like a relief in that surrendering, and that, that ugly cry when you finally come to realization, but you get the weight is pulled off your chest and then you release. I feel like that's what's going to happen, which is something I feel like most of you guys are going to be grateful for. um I don't feel like necessarily for the most of you, you guys were stuck on a thing, person, place. It was more of not knowing where to go, what you were doing wrong, why things weren't moving, even though you were doing all the work. And it was an issue about time. It was an issue about the needing to finish a contract. And again, like I said, the readings are kind of all going this way. I know Taurus literally had contract in their reading. Um, and they were also dealing with a cycle that needed to end. Um, but there's literally said that. Um, but that your guys is a little bit different. It's more of a seeing what is, finally being able to release and accepting what is. Uh, there's a sense of even after being able to release everything and understanding and seeing clearly, there's still a sense of you being asked to be patient. 1 plus 8 is 9. Interesting. There's a sense of being asked to be patient, even though you've come to accept and surrender, and all of that energy is being removed. There is going to be a small time of you being patient. And I know, I know. But there's also a sense of, and I'm going to have to clarify this card because I'm not understanding why this would be. I see. I understand. So there's going to be a sense of being patient because what's happening is that, again, once again, you're being elevated to a higher level of consciousness. So what's going to happen is everything else is still going to be at a standstill in your life while you upgrade to this level of, oh my goodness, literally the word got pulled out of my head. Consciousness. Jeez. So what's happening is that you're going to be basically upgraded. Basically, you're getting all these new downloads because you have come out and because you are now ready to receive new gifts, to receive new guidance, to receive more information now because you are now moving into a new cycle. You are moving into a new path. You are now going to be taking a time out basically and it's not even a timeout because you're still going to be working, but it's going to be mostly in your consciousness. You're being leveled up to a new level of awareness. All of your gifts are being upgraded. New gifts are being downloaded. There's a sense of you working on what is your gifts, basically your new level of consciousness, and you need to go in. You can't just go in there and you're coming into a new state, seeing things from a whole new perspective and being like, okay, let me just go on my merry way and let's just start manifesting the world entirely. No, there's a sense of this needs to come in and you need to sit in this and you need to start allowing it to soak into you, to let it to become a part of you, right? Let it to integrate into you. Let it allow yourself to play with the new energies. Allow yourself to become accustomed to it. Allow yourself to feel the sensation of this new reality. It's literally a new reality. You don't want to take this new reality and just walk out the street and go to the market. No, you want to soak it in. You want to see what it is that you can play with, what it is that you can do. And I'm sure this is going to be a very difficult time because this is going to be a lot coming in and that it's going to knock you on your ass. So this is why they're asking you to be patient because you're going to be focusing on just one this. This is what you're going to be focused on. This is what you need to be focused on, and this is why they're asking you to be patient. Which I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to be patient. I've been patient forever. I'm tired of patient. But this is bringing you success. This is bringing you success. This is bringing you abundance. This is bringing you, this is going to bring you everything that you've wanted. And again, this card reminds me, once again, of being in your heart space with all this green. It once again reminds me of being in your heart space. And with this fairy here, it reminds me just of luck. There's just so much water and luck and green, and now you're fully seeing that light. You see how this card is foggy? But not only are you seeing that light, but it's all lit up, like you're being led by this yellow light here, by the knowledge that you've now learned, that you now have, by the gifts that you now have. You know how to guide yourself exactly to what it is to lead yourself to success. Whew. Geminis, things are getting real. Let me just clarify freedom. I mean, I don't really need to clarify any of these, but it's nice to get synchronicities. With freedom, it was clarified by choices, feeling block, restrained. Yeah, you're no longer going to feel that anymore. You're no longer going to have anything. Right now, I truly feel like you guys are blocked. Like everything in your life has been restrained. Like you guys can't move. Again, it comes back to that chrysalis. You guys are unable to move. It's uncomfortable. You just want to get out. But it's not time. The timer hasn't gone off yet. Acceptance. You got 22. Set your course. Know where you wish to go. Have a plan, the right direction. Yep. Acceptance for what is. Acceptance for knowing that certain things were not meant to go with you and setting your course directly now. Because I feel like it was straight and then we went right and then we'd come back and then we went left. And yes, I know my right. Sorry. Like, wait, what? Setting your course correctly now and no longer being diverted. No longer being diverted. You know exactly where you need to go, and it's to upgrade. It's time to upgrade. Okay? Let's clarify patience. I'm actually going to move my camera just a little bit more because I cannot see the time. There we go. Patience. Let's clarify patience. Interesting. Okay, so I clarified patience with do not drink poison. Do not do things you know are bad for you. Okay, so I'm getting a whole large ass message with this. I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. With this, with the knowledge, with the information that you're getting, with the freedom, with the changes, with the incoming information that you're receiving, when things are leaving your life with tower moments and being accepted, being acceptance and finally surrendering. Make sure that you are actually going in and disconnecting from the world when you do this. There is a sense here of pushing back, of wanting to fight the system, of saying, no, this is really for me, or no, this is not what I wanted, or no. So there's a sense of here of being angry, and she looks angry and she looks like she's been crying. So do not do things that you know are bad for you. At this time, you are leveling up to a higher level of consciousness. And so do not self-sabotage yourself because you're angry or you can't let go of certain things or you feel like there wasn't justice served in a situation. Okay? Pull away from negative people, pull away from negative energies, pull away from negative things. And I mean, I'm preaching to the choir, you know, if you have issues with overindulging in whatever it is, don't try to punish yourself and go into a negative headspace because you feel like there wasn't justice served. You are moving up to a higher level of consciousness. If something was taken away from you, it's because you're getting something much better and it wasn't meant for you. And you kept getting hurt and you weren't supposed to be there anymore. Okay, that scene is over. Let it be over. Continue on with the movie of your life. All right. So make sure that you are turning off the news. Allow yourself a season of or a period of disconnect from the world. Allow yourself to remove yourself from anything that will trigger you. Social media, people, places, your mind. Do the best that you can to quiet your mind after this and fully surrender to the process. Okay, don't drink. Do not drink poison. Do not drink poison. Okay, allow yourself to surrender and pull away from all of the negative things and negative choices, negative thoughts. If you're going to surrender, fully surrender. If not, the process is not going to fully work for you. Let me just clarify success. You guys got nonsense. It's time to talk sense with success. Yeah, it's time to talk sense. No more nonsense. No more fuckery. No more bullshit. No more half-ass relationships. No more only given in certain situations. It's now time to move up to the pleasure matrix. It's now time to move up to a healthy body, healthy relationships, healthy friendships, a feeling of peace. Self-love is the most freedom you could ever give yourself. Self-love is the most freedom you could ever give yourself, because if you love yourself and you make yourself home, if you make yourself your own safe haven, there is nothing or no one that can disrupt your home. Nothing. They could take away your house, your car. They could take away, there's nothing they can do to disrupt your home, because your home and your safe haven is within you, because that's how much you love yourself. You've created home within you. Once home within you is within you and you need to go home, they can't stop you from going home. They can't stop you from going to your safe haven. Nobody can manipulate you, because they can't take that away from you, because it's within you. There's nothing they can do. That's complete and total freedom. Oh, they took all your money. Cool. I find peace right here. I'll make more money. You know? So self-love is the biggest freedom you could give yourself at this time. At any time. All right, let's get you a couple more guidance cards. I'm going to leave it at that, Gemini, because I still keep on wanting to cry. Oh, man. You're very close to achieving your goal. Dude. The energy is gaining momentum. Nothing will come of the situation. So like I said, there are things in your life that are leaving. And I feel like you know it. I feel like you know it and you see it coming. And for a lot of you guys have already surrendered and you've accepted the fact. I like I said, for a lot of you guys are just accepting of what the circumstances are. It just was a situation of needing to see clearly, and that's coming. It's coming, and that release of all that energy that you were trying to get rid of, it just wasn't going anywhere. It is now happening. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate it. If you guys are interested in any of the healing products that I offer, there is a link down below. Or if you guys would like a personal reading, you can also hit the link down below. All right, thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.